Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me, Barry Wells of Turning Point Solutions, coming to you live for my Career Conversations in Cancun series. And in this episode, I'm going to share some techniques and suggestions on helping you, the job searcher, to stay organized. One of the things that I have found that makes such a difference for the job seeker who is actively looking is keeping up with stuff. This is not for you if you are the casual seeker, job searcher. So, casual meaning when you look at your history and over the year, this is December, maybe you've submitted 3 resumes. Then this is not for you. This approach and this technique is for the person who is really looking in an assertive, meaningful, and intentional way to either move up, meaning they want to stay in the organization that they are and they want to go to the next level, or you want to move on, meaning you're looking to look for a position elsewhere outside of the organization. So if you are casual, no problem, no fault, no shade, but this is not going to be helpful to you. But if you are sincerely looking and you are really wanting to affect a change as it relates to your career, then this is going to be helpful for you. A few things. One begins with calendars. My suggestion is that you have a wall calendar that is literally on the wall, and it can be quarterly dry erase or 1 month dry erase. But that is where you want to be able to quickly look to see what applications are due when. And having the wall calendar will help you to quickly identify what's coming down the pike. I'm a paper person. So, in addition to the wall calendar, I also have a paper calendar. I'm a Franklin Covey nut and use my monthly calendar daily. And that also helps me at a glance to know where I need to be in terms of applying if I'm looking or helping a client look. Another thing that I also suggest, and this is just my preference, is different colors. So if you're in the job seeker mode and maybe you use the color purple or the color green or fuchsia, whatever color that might be, to distinguish visually, quickly, easily applications that are due. So again, at a glance, you can look and see and know what's coming down the pike. And then also electronic media. So both Outlook and Gmail have electronic calendar invitations, and we're in COVID. So the likelihood is great that you're going to be interviewing virtually. And by having your electronic calendar up to date will also help you to stay on track. So that's 3 different techniques and tools related to time: your wall calendar, your paper calendar if you're so inclined, and then, of course, your electronic calendar. Another organization tool that is just going to be so invaluable to you is a notebook, a three ring bind, three ring notebook with 12 dividers. And I suggest the dividers be for the months of the year, beginning with January, or if you're starting in May, then from May to May, or May to however, but from whatever month you're starting moving forward. In addition to your notebook and dividers, within the notebook, what you want to make sure that you do is keep, store, have the job announcement that you responded to. In addition to the job announcement, you need to know the resume and the cover letter that you used to respond to that particular job announcement. I'm based out of the Washington, D.C. area. A lot of my clients are interested and work with the federal government. And the federal government, when they put forth announcements, they do a nice job in terms of providing a pretty standard framework for the announcement. Now, announcement might be 5 pages long, but you want to keep that announcement so that as your paperwork moves through the system, and if you're actually offered a position, and you then will know for sure what the position was, what they were offering, and can work out additional details if you need to. So I definitely encourage, now I'm a paper person, so I encourage my clients to print it out. If you're a virtual person and can organize yourself that way, that's fine. But the idea is at a glance, at a moment's notice, you want to be able to quickly see what applications you've actually submitted. So the third thing that I want to offer you in terms of staying organized is technology. You want to use a consistent naming convention for both your resumes and your cover letter. And the naming convention, again, is going to help you to be able to quickly locate a particular resume that you sent for a particular job. And as I said, in working with candidates who are interested in federal positions, there can be multiple applications for the same job. So maybe it's open to the public, and then maybe it's also Schedule A. And if you apply to both, you want to make sure that you have both of those job announcement numbers because they're going to be different, so that when they say, "Hey, Susie Brown, you've been, selected for an interview," you'll know, is it for the public one, is it for the Schedule A one, or whatever the hiring mechanism might be. Additionally, in terms of helping you to keep organized, is you want to have an Excel worksheet or a table that you are going to place in your notebook for each month so that you can track your activity. The table or worksheet should have 6 columns. One column is for the date that the application was due. The next column should be yes or no, meaning did you or did you not submit the application. The third column is the title of the position. The fourth column is the salary that the position offers. The fifth column is the name of the document that you use to apply. Remember, we talked about that naming convention. And then the sixth column can be for comments. So, having this information, having this table is going to be essential as you are working through your job search process and monitoring your success. And one of the things that I find is that in working with clients, they'll come and say, "Oh, I've been trying so hard and nothing is happening." Well, when you are tracking your activity, it will allow us to identify at a minimum what your level of activity is. Because what I often find is that a person will submit a resume or two, they don't get it, they don't get the position, or they don't get the offer to interview. They come discouraged, and that one application in their mind becomes 10. But by tracking month to month, we'll be able to see, oh, well, you thought that it was 10, but in actuality, it was 3. And then that will then lay the foundation to making adjustments in terms of increasing the number of applications that need to be submitted. I like this approach particularly because I, by personality, am not organized and not structured. But I know that looking for work is a job, and looking for work can be daunting. And when you are tracking your activity and you're on point, it'll give you data week to week, month to month, that will help you to make adjustments in terms of, no, I'm on point, I'm getting interviews, or no, I'm not, and let's increase that. So I'd love to hear from you in terms of how you're using the techniques. Please feel free to follow up with me at barryw turningpointsolutions.net. And I very much look forward to hearing from you, and be on the lookout for my next blog. Thanks so much and have a great day.